Imagine stepping into a world where the ground shakes under the weight of a beast as tall as a house, its claws like scythes ripping through the air. What if this monster, hidden in the shadows of ancient forest, suddenly turned on you with a swipe that could tear a car in half? Gone in a flash from history. But what if it survived, lurking in the wilds today? Hold on tight, because we're diving into the terrifying tale of the Megatherium, the hidden giant sloth that once ruled the Americas. This colossal creature vanished from the Earth around 12,000 years ago, right at the end of the Ice Age, when massive mammals were dropping like flies across the continents. Picture this: early humans armed with spears and fire, cornering one of these giants in the grassy plains of what is now Argentina. At a site called Campo Laborde, archaeologists found bones with cut marks from stone tools, proving hunters took down a Megatherium about 12,600 years ago. Imagine a timeline graphic flashing on screen, starting from the beast's heyday millions of years back, zooming in on that fateful Ice Age end when climate shifts and human arrivals sealed its doom. Was it the warming world melting away its food sources, or our ancestors' relentless pursuit that finished it off? The mystery lingers. But how did we even learn about this forgotten titan? It all started in 1788, when a man named Manuel Torres unearthed massive bones on the banks of the Luján River in Argentina. He shipped them to Spain, where they caught the eye of a brilliant French scientist, Georges Cuvier. In 1796, Cuvier pieced together the puzzle using comparative anatomy, declaring it a giant sloth and naming it Megatherium, meaning great beast. Can you believe it? One of the first prehistoric animals ever scientifically identified, sparking a revolution in how we understand extinct life. Visualizing this monster took time. Cuvier himself sketched early reconstructions in the late 1700s, showing it as a hulking, bear-like creature with massive limbs. But paleo artists like Charles Knight in the early 1900s brought it to life in vivid paintings, depicting it rearing up against trees, claws extended like nightmare hooks. Fast forward to today, and AI tools are recreating Megatherium in stunning detail, generating hyper-realistic images that make you feel its breath on your neck. Then there's CGI and documentaries. Think of those smooth, lifelike animations in shows like Walking with Beasts, where it lumbers across the screen, every fur strand and muscle ripple perfect. It's come a long way from those first crude drawings. Now, let's crank up the suspense. What if this giant sloth was still alive today? How dangerous would it be? Those claws, up to a foot long, weren't just for show. They could slash through flesh like butter. Imagine a what-if scenario straight out of a horror flick, like Jurassic Park meets King Kong. Picture one wandering into a modern city, toppling streetlights with a casual swipe, or defending its territory in the Amazon rainforest against loggers. In real life, it might not hunt humans, but provoke it, and you'd face a 4-ton fury charging at you on hind legs, roaring like a demon. Or think of wildlife encounters gone wrong, hikers stumbling on a hidden den, only to meet those razor-sharp defenses. It could reshape our world, turning national parks into no-go zones. Scary, right? But just how big was this thing? Let's put it in perspective. The Megatherium stretched up to 20 feet from nose to tail, weighing in at 4 tons, about the same as an African elephant. Stand it on its hind legs, and it towers 12 feet tall, eyeballing a 2-story building. Compared to a blue whale, way smaller, sure, but on land, it's a titan. Imagine it next to a school bus, similar in length, but bulkier, with limbs like tree trunks. Or stack it against a grizzly bear, 5 times heavier, making modern predators look like toys. No wonder it ruled the Americas without fear. You might think a beast this size was a ferocious carnivore, but, surprise, it was a strict vegetarian. Its diet? Leaves, twigs, fruits, and tough grasses from the savannas and woodlands. No hunting here. Instead, it used those massive claws to hook branches and yank them down, or even climb partway up trees despite its bulk. Picture it rearing up, balancing on its tail like a tripod, tongue flicking out to strip foliage high above. A gentle giant? Mostly, but it could dig huge burrows for shelter, uprooting plants with ease. Was it solitary, roaming alone, or did they gather in herds? Fossils suggest small groups, munching through vast landscapes, shaping the very forests they lived in. Speaking of fossils, these beasts left behind incredible clues. The first big find was that 1788 skeleton from Argentina, but famous ones pop up across South America, in Bolivia's caves, Uruguay's riversides, and even Patagonia. One of the best preserved stories? A Megatherium found in a Chilean cave with bits of skin and fur intact, giving us a glimpse of its shaggy coat, reddish-brown like a woolly mammoth's. Tar pits in places like Rancho La Brea trap them too, preserving bones in sticky asphalt. These sites tell tales of struggle. Imagine one sinking slowly, its roars echoing as it fought the trap. Thanks to over 400 specimens studied, we know their world inside out. This sloth hasn't stayed buried in science books, it's leaped into myths and pop culture. In Amazonian folklore, the mapinguari is a one-eyed monster with backward feet and a mouth in its belly, possibly inspired by Megatherium sightings long after extinction. Or just echoes of ancient bones? In movies, it's the star of prehistoric epics. Remember the giant sloths in Ice Age films? Though Sid's more cute than colossal. Or in books like Jules Verne's Adventures, where explorers battle these beasts. It's even in video games, lumbering through lost worlds. Pop culture keeps the mystery alive, blending fact with fantasy. What if we could bring it back? De-extinction buzz is real. Scientists talk cloning like with woolly mammoths, using DNA from well-preserved fossils. Projects at labs like Colossal Biosciences' Megafauna Revival, inserting sloth genes into modern relatives. But challenges? DNA degrades over millennia, and ethics scream, where would it live? Could it survive our changed planet? Imagine rewilding the Americas with these giants. Thrilling, but risky. Science edges closer, fueling debates on playing God. Don't forget, it's family to today's chill sloths. Similar living relatives? The two-toed and three-toed tree sloths hanging in Central and South American canopies, plus armadillos and anteaters in the Xenarthra group. They're tiny by comparison, but share those claw traits and slow vibes. Evolution shrunk them down after the giants faded. When Megatherium vanished, the ecosystems flipped. These mega herbivores mowed down vegetation, creating open spaces for other plants and animals. Without them, forests grew denser, shifting biodiversity. Imagine grasslands turning wilder, smaller herbivores booming unchecked. Their extinction rippled through food chains, even affecting soil and seed dispersal. Did it pave the way for modern landscapes? Absolutely, leaving holes we still feel today. Before we wrap up, here are some mind-blowing twists. First, Megatherium could walk on its knuckles like a gorilla to protect those deadly claws. Second, its tongue might have been 2 feet long, slurping leaves like a vacuum. Third, some fossils show healed wounds, proof it survived battles with saber-toothed cats. Fourth, it dug burrows up to 100 feet long, like underground fortresses. And fifth, early humans might have ridden them? Nah, but cave art hints at awe-inspired drawings. What a wild ride through time, huh? If this hidden giant sloth hooked you, smash that like button, subscribe for more prehistoric thrills, and drop a comment. Would you want to see a Megatherium revived? Thanks for watching. Stay curious.